Welcome back to Webcast News. Let's get started. Firstly, in Mars mission news, the privately funded project to send a few people on a one-way trip to Mars to set up life on the planet has got a shortlist of 100 people from the 200,000 applicants it received worldwide. Just something I've got to point out here. Why would you want to go on a one-way trip to Mars? How is your life so bad here that you want to start setting up another one on another planet? Now, the plan from the private group so far is to do some unmanned missions to Mars, around about 8 or 9, before they get around about a group of 4 people on the first launch to set up life on Mars in around about the year 2024. And this project, will cost around about $6 billion. I think we're good here for a little bit longer. Can we just get a little bit more money on Earth before we start throwing it at Mars? However, there are a lot of skeptics on this, including the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where they have said that a manned mission to Mars, the average life expectancy of the voyage would be about 68 days. And also the obvious dangers of space travel and also actually trying to survive on a different planet being a big pointer to why people are going against this. However, my question won't be something simple. If they actually do set up an area for humans to live on Mars, what would you call that area? Leave your ideas in the comment section down below. And now in unique proposal news, Lee Brickley from Staffordshire wanted to propose to his fiancée Joanne on Valentine's Day, but he wanted to do it in a unique way. Now, his unique way was to get in contact with an idiot abroad star, Cole Pilkington, who is known for moaning at everything and not really liking anybody. Now, Joanne, the fiancée, is a big fan of Cole Pilkington, so it was an obvious choice for Mr. Brickley to try and get Cole Pilkington to do a marriage proposal for him. And surprisingly, Cole Pilkington agreed. They then exchanged messages over the weeks leading up to Valentine's Day, and when the day actually came, Mr. Brickley showed the video of Cole Pilkington doing the marriage proposal for him to his fiancée, and it's just done in a way that only Cole Pilkington could do it and get away with it. Some of the better bits from the video are Cole Pilkington saying, "I'm normally quite busy, but I'm waiting in at the minute because I'm waiting for a package. It's 2:15 now. You're supposed to arrive at 8 in the morning. I'm killing time." Then the simplicity of message from Lee to Joanne, "Will you marry him? That's it. Don't know why he couldn't ask you." Then the brilliant line of, "I'm not telling you what to do because I don't know him. He could be a right lump." Only Cole Pilkington could insult someone whilst also helping them get married. However, it all worked out absolutely fine because she said yes, although they aren't actually planned to get married until 2 years' time in an Elvis Presley themed marriage in Las Vegas, so good luck to them. And finally, in foodie science news, Dan Jarafsky, a professor of linguistics at Stanford University, has done a study into what people think and what people link food to in different kinds of restaurants. Now, the results are very weird because apparently in luxurious, expensive restaurants, sexual terminology is used to describe the food, and in cheap restaurants, terms like addiction are used. Now, they looked at around about 900,000 reviews on 6,500 different restaurants in 7 cities in America, and found that luxurious restaurants got reviews of their food being orgasmic, sexual, or sexy. How can food be sexy? You just eat it. Mr. Jarafsky, on why this may be, could only say, "We don't have a convincing answer to why this was the case. It may be that we associate dating with expensive restaurants. Both men and women use the language of sex in expensive restaurants." So I suppose looking at it, it is quite an obvious link, because the more expensive a restaurant, the more likely the man and the woman are to be dating or married. But the more interesting part, I think, is the words for cheap restaurants with tasty food, where words like crack and heroin and drugs are used because people are comparing it to an addiction. However, it was only actually women who more compared it to an addiction. Weirdly, men are apparently in America comparing food at cheap restaurants to trauma experiences. This is apparently because they are reviewing it in third person plural, using words like we, us and our, rather than actually trying to make it their own experience. Although how food can actually be a trauma, I'm not quite sure. It's a bit of a weird link there. Well, through all that, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.